In 2024, a man named James Jannard sold his beach house for $210 million. It became the most expensive home ever sold in California. But when you see the photos, something feels off. It doesn't look like a $210 million house. So what made it worth that much? The answer is buried underground. These mansions aren't just beautiful, they are fortresses, built to survive 180-mile-per-hour hurricanes. The invisible systems inside them cost more than most people's entire homes. Some foundations alone cost $140,000. One wrong bolt, and a $200 million dream collapses in a single storm. Insurance now costs $100,000 a year, and storms are getting worse. This isn't a mansion tour, this is architectural warfare. Let's begin. In 2012, James Jannard bought his Malibu estate for $75 million. In 2024, he sold it for $210 million. That's $135 million profit, without adding a single room. So what made it worth that much? The answer is simple: the land. You can rebuild a house, but you can't create more oceanfront. Only a handful of these homes sell each year. Owners hold them for 5 to 10 years, and when one hits the market, billionaires fight for it. But owning the land is just the beginning, because the ocean destroys everything built on it. So how do these mansions survive? It starts with what's buried beneath them. Most luxury homes sit on concrete slabs, but oceanfront mansions can't. The ground is too unstable, always shifting, always eroding. So builders use something called helical piles, giant screw-like supports driven 60 feet into the earth. Each one is custom engineered because no two coastal soils are the same. A single foundation costs between $85,000 and $140,000. That's more than most people's entire house. And you'll never even see it. It's all buried beneath the marble floors. But here's the problem. The foundation is only the first defense. The salt, the wind, the storms. They attack from every direction. So what materials can survive all of that? Regular wood rots near the ocean. Normal steel rusts within years. Standard paint peels right off. So oceanfront builders use something different. Marine-grade materials. Zinc-coated steel that resists corrosion. Composite decking that looks like wood but never rots. Thermally modified timber that survives decades of salt exposure. These materials cost 20 to 40% more. But here's why it's worth it. Cheaper materials need $50,000 in repairs every single year. Marine-grade materials last decades without a single touch-up. And when a Category 5 hurricane hits, they're the only thing keeping the house alive. But even the best materials mean nothing if the roof fails. Let's talk about what holds it all together. In a hurricane, wind doesn't just push, it lifts. And if the roof isn't locked down perfectly, it rips off in seconds. This has happened to $50 million homes. So builders use hurricane straps, metal connectors with 3/8-inch bolts every 16 inches. One wrong connection, and wind pressure of 300 pounds per square foot tears through everything. The roof goes first, then the walls blow out. The whole mansion becomes a bomb. Inland homes don't need this, but on the coast, it's life or death. Now the roof is secured, but what about the windows? For years, oceanfront architects faced an impossible choice. Big windows with beautiful views, or thick frames that survive hurricanes. You couldn't have both, but new technology changed everything. Modern laminated glass is triple glazed and impact rated. It stops debris flying at over 100 miles per hour, and the frames are now thin, so the views stay perfect. But here's the catch. If even one window fails, wind rushes inside, and the whole mansion can collapse from pressure. So every single window must be hurricane-proof. No exceptions. Now the glass is solved, but survival isn't the only goal. These homes also need style. Older oceanfront mansions had towers, ornate details, and complex roof lines. But modern ones look simple. Clean lines, bare concrete, minimal design. This isn't just a style choice. It's a survival strategy. Every tower catches wind. Every complex detail creates a weak point. So architects now build like fighter jets, streamlined and strong. The $70 million Brutalist mansion shows this perfectly. Raw concrete, sunken lounges carved into platforms that block wind, infinity pools that blend into the ocean. The design steps back, and the view becomes the luxury. But some mansions still have handcrafted details. Let's look at Pierce Brosnan's $100 million Orchid House. Pierce Brosnan's Malibu mansion is called the Orchid House. It's worth $100 million, and the front doors alone cost over $500,000. They were hand-carved in the Thai tradition, and they took 3 years to complete. The roof took even longer, a custom green tile finish, crafted over years to match the design perfectly. The entire home took 10 years to build. This isn't construction, this is art, and that's what separates a luxury home from a $100 million masterpiece. But beauty is only part of it. These mansions are also filled with invisible technology. These mansions are filled with technology, but you'll never see it. No screens, no control panels, no messy wires, just voice commands and a home that knows what you need. The lights adjust on their own. The temperature shifts before you ask. Hidden speakers play music from inside the walls. Everything runs on one system, Control 4, connected to security, climate, shading, and more. But it goes even deeper. An eye learns your sleep cycle and adjusts the lighting. Smart spas change temperature based on your health data. This isn't a home, it's a biohacking lab disguised as a mansion. But all this luxury comes with a hidden cost: insurance. These mansions look like paradise, but owning one is becoming impossible. Insurance companies are running away from the coast. Premiums have jumped to $100,000 a year or more. And some homes can't get coverage at any price. In Miami Beach, rates have quadrupled in just a few years. Private insurers are leaving. State-run programs are raising prices 50 to 100% every year. Here's the trap. Even if you can afford the mansion, you might not afford the insurance. And without insurance, you can't get a mortgage or even sell. Climate change is making storms stronger. Every hurricane pushes premiums higher. This is the dirty secret of oceanfront luxury. But builders haven't given up. They're fighting back with climate resilience. The meaning of luxury has changed. It's no longer about marble and gold. It's about survival. Can your home handle a Category 5 hurricane? Can it survive rising sea levels? Can it run off-grid when the power goes out? That's the new standard. These mansions now use solar panels, battery storage, and smart circuits. They have green roofs that absorb water, aerodynamic shapes that push wind away, sealed walls that block every drop of rain. Previous generations never needed this, but storms are getting stronger every year, and architects are now building for war. So what does all of this really mean? Here's the truth. What you see, the pools, the marble, the views, that's only 20 to 30% of the story. The real value is hidden. Foundations, materials, connections, technology. That's the 70 to 80% you never see. These homes aren't just luxurious, they're fortresses, built to fight an ocean that's getting angrier every year. Lavish no longer means excess, it means resistance. Oceanfront mansions are the ultimate test of engineering. Every system must be perfect, because the ocean doesn't forgive mistakes. You now know the hidden secrets behind these $200 million fortresses. Luxury isn't about what you see, it's about what keeps you alive. Would you buy one, knowing everything now? Comment below and subscribe for more secrets.